Hi folks, this is all the fruit, and whenever I see a toddy palm, I'm happy. And here I have a whole row of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And at least 2 of them are fruiting. Look at those huge black balls. They almost look like slightly smaller coconut, and it's different from coconuts in many aspects. Actually, the toddy palm is considered kind of a sensible replacement for a coconut tree in dry areas. Why is this? Well, toddy palm can provide a lot of stuff to you. Well, except for the obvious, like building material, the stem for rafters, and the leaves for covering buildings, and also the leaves for making fans, writing on them, and so on. You can also eat and drink a lot of this palm. Toddy is a type of alcohol, and yeah, those palms are being commonly tapped for palm sap, which you can then make either into palm sugar or into alcohol or into many other things. And of course, then we also have the fruits. When they are very young, the then still gelatinous seeds can be extracted and eaten. They are known as ice apple and pretty tasty. However, I haven't seen them yet here in Malaysia. When the fruits are ripe, it's even better. And here under those palms I found a couple ripe fruits. Actually more than a couple. However, most of them have already been completely devoured by the local monkeys, and some others have already been quite devoured. Those are toddy palms with the beautiful carrot, pumpkin, sweet potato like color of the inside flesh. I've never had any of those. And here you can see a lot of calluses, which means that most probably a lot of other fruits were eaten by the monkeys recently. Well, okay, I have no problem with that. My little cousins, they need to eat too. But even after the fruit is completely devoured, you can still get a lot of stuff out of it. See the seed? This one I kind of have the suspicion that it's rotten, so we will reject it. Oh, this is definitely rotten. Those are still a little bit on the fresh side. What about this here? Not just rotten, probably they've been eaten out by some animal. Look at this one here. It looks sprouted. That's a good sign. That means it's either still alive or it was alive until quite recently. Now we have a seed. Next we need a rock. Then we put the seed here. Oh, look, white stuff coming out. Not smelling too rancid. You folks know sprouted coconut. Well, sprouted toddy is even tastier. This is basically exactly the same as a sprouted coconut. Here you have the flesh of the palm seed, which corresponds to the flesh of the coconut. However, in case of the toddy, it's pretty hard when ripe. I guess you could grate it into something edible. There are other palm seeds which are so hard at this stage that they're being used as plant-based ivory. But here inside you have a structure that has formed recently, sort of placenta, which corresponds to this yellowish big pearl inside a sprouted coconut. Unfortunately, I must say, this one tastes slightly bitter. Also, the sprout has died. Yeah, I guess no luck with this one, but this was not my main target with those toddy palms, because despite the monkeys, there are still a couple edible fruits. This is a tiny one, but here I have two huge ones. Look at those beauties, folks. Look at those colors and at that size. Well, this one has been already quite enjoyed by the insects. I think I need both hands to cut those open. Okay, I opened them both a little bit. Unfortunately, the bigger one seems too far gone, even inside. Oh, come on, now my fingers are slimy. Even inside it's fermented. This one, the slightly smaller one, well, also fermented in some parts. Does seem to have some acceptable flesh here. Let's try it. The flesh is extremely fibrous, as you can see. There are many ways to squeeze out the juicy pulp from the fibers. I flush it out with water. I'll just do this. The taste is pretty good. Mostly sweet, very aromatic. A candy chocolate-like flavor and a slight bitterness. Maybe a trace of sourness. I don't like bitter stuff usually, but in this case, it's not really annoying. The bitterness is not too dominant. Maybe even underscores, come on, the flavor a little bit. Something of queen, something of pear and apple. Yeah, but mostly candy, chocolate. Oh god, cheetah so yellow. Yeah, good stuff, folks. Would be even better without the bitterness, but okay. Foragers can't be choosers. It's definitely a lot less bitter than most of the other foods you can find in the wild. It's one of the very few plants with really huge and really tasty, quite easy to obtain fruits. Tell me what you think about eating the fruits of the toddy palm, folks. Apart from that, stay tuned for a lot more fruit videos from the beautiful and incredibly fruit-rich botanic garden of Putrajaya. And of course, don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe.